do 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 do. Bum 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 bum. Hello, hello, hello. Do 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 do. Bum 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 bum. Hello everyone, I'm here. I'm live. We're going to do something a bit more unique today, taking on board community suggestions. Going to ask you guys to come up with some stuff, but mainly I'm going to go through Discord and take a look at all the suggestions that they put, because boy, there's a lot over the years. Apparently, according to the devs, buggies are a direct result of effectively players wanting them. So I thought, well, actually, we've had the suggestions channel up a long time in Discord, so maybe we should go and check it out and see actually what people really want. We'll hold these devs to account. They must have these things in it. But yeah, if we're going to have buggies, what else could we see in the future based on what everyone wants? So yeah, it's will be a bit of fun. We'll give it a shot, we'll see what happens. Just doing the final bit of promo. And how you guys all doing? Hello, 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 hello. I suggest give Jade demo. Maybe they already have. Maybe they already have. Let me just make sure I hide my library. Yeah, that's good. There we go. No, just messing around. I wish. You'll know there'll be signs that I've got access, people. Do you know why? Because you won't see me doing baity videos because I won't have time. I'll be knee deep in the game. But hello everyone, hello. So yeah, obviously come join my Discord, because we've got some actual channels set up for Grounded 2 chat. It's alright, it's pretty vibing. Grounded, yeah, shout out to Silent Killer, is in the top 10 Steam wishlisted games from all the reveals. We've got FAQs about everything we've found out so far in Grounded 2. We've got all the cut content that I put out years ago with some help of the data miners, showing a bunch of stuff that never made it, voice work.
That's not confidence inspiring. And that's when he saw it. No mere spider, nor even giant spider. Nay, it was the spider god itself, and the very air trembled with its power.
The huntsman, all sorts of stuff like that. So yeah, come join that. And then we've got pictures, we've got it all lined up. We're trying to get it all collated, all the stuff that you may have missed from, hopefully, if you haven't seen all my videos, all 32, and speculations channel. Come chat. But we are going to dive deep into the official chat. No, I won't do that. I won't do it. I've promoted enough. Someone wants to throw in a little line in there, though, that I'm streaming suggestions. Come and tell me your suggestions about the game. Okay, so, where is suggestions? And hello, Claire, how you doing? Playground discussion, bug suggestions, super secret labs. Yeah, do that. Yeah, everyone just say hello. Go on, no, don't do that. I think I got in trouble last time I did that. I don't think Chris was happy. So no, don't. Oh, maybe it's because I was just typing. That's right. They don't even realise I'm streaming. There we go, suggestions. So this is why I'm going to do this live, because oh my god, there's hundreds, people, literally hundreds. So trying to find everything there. Oh, the feature board is dead, everyone. The feature board's gone. Do you know what as well? Let's put some music on. Let's get some vibes on, yeah? While I chat. You guys have to tell me if it's a bit too loud though, yeah? Let's put some Grounded music on. Is that a good level? I know that was a bit loud at the very beginning. Yeah, is that alright now, people? Let me know, let me know. If you can just hear it distinctly in the background. Yeah, good, good, good. Hey, Max Fox, how you doing, bud? What's going on? You hyped, mate, you hyped. So, yeah, I wish there was like a website that collated all this. You'd think that's what the Suggester mod would have, right? So, someone give me a top tip, though, and said search up top vote 30. What was it? Oh, my guy Fraggy told me about it. In suggestions, I don't know if there's a better way to check this, but it only show the goal votes. Upvotes 35. Okay, let's try that. Bruh. Oh, I mean, I guess we could just go all the way to the front. Let's have a look. How long does this go back? Oh my god, these are the only ones in this year. It's going to take me like 20 minutes to go cycle all through them. You're so excited for this game. Prop customs. G1's absolute pleasure to experience for the first time. I'll never forget. Yes. They need to give us a reason to go out at night, because as right now, once you get fireflies, you never have to go out. Yeah, true. Yeah, I would like it if there was specific bugs apart from fireflies that only came out at night time and made you a reason to go and hunt them down and stuff like that. Cool. They should have pinned all the votes that got like over 35. Is that it? They just go gold once they get 35. Oh, it's going to be long. All right. Well, it's not going to be the definitive list, but I want to get enough to make a video on it. I want to talk about like the chances of that actually happening, and so that's why I figure it'd be good if I go over all the suggestions. But Jesus, there's so many people. There's just so many. You want wasp mounts? Well, guys, so I've been looking today at different bugs and what kind of bugs we could have as mounts. Flyers definitely present a problem, like even just the shape of creatures. Like they are really, it's really unique trying to get the right type of flyer, where you're going to sit on them as well. Like when you actually go and spawn some in Playgrounds mode, and you start to see there's some good ones for sure. So I've got to edit this video. This video will be out later on today. But yeah, when you start looking at the flyers and you realise there's no way you can put a saddle on them. Like maybe the bee at a push, the bee might be like the only one with a tiny bit of space between its wings and its head. The only other way, yeah, have them carry you. That's what I came to conclusion as well. For some reason, I like the idea of also not dangerous creatures. Do you know what I mean? Like a wasp will sting you 9 times out of 10 if you aggravate it, whereas a bee, you know, they're not as bloodthirsty. I can't imagine the bee holding you. Maybe it should hold you. Maybe it could pick you up. But I don't really want wasps or mosquitoes as flying mounts. I feel like they're just horrible creatures, right? They're just horrible bugs. But a firefly, it's got like these long spindly arms. It wouldn't be too OP for flying because it'd be relatively slow. It'd be a case of using it just to get somewhere high, not somewhere fast. That's my thinking. So you guys can disagree with me, tell me like I'm wrong, for sure. And you'll see the video. I'm going to piss off. I've got 2 collections of creatures here. Now let's get to the end. Let's get to the end. Of yes, these could be mounts. No, these can't be mounts. So these are all the creatures that I'm saying could be mounts. You're getting a sneak peek, people. There's probably about 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, there's about 10 creatures that we could potentially have as mounts, because either a saddle can fit on them, it's logical in terms of like where their wings open up or what they will do and what function and use they've got, and ones that are not too small and not too powerful, like OP. And then the section that isn't so good is where's it got? Why did I take the picture? Yeah, they're the good ones. Where's the bad one? Yeah, and this is my just like an example size of bugs that are bad. Jesus, Jade, what I swear I took some pictures of this. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't. What was I doing? I was dicking about. But yeah, I don't think you could have some of these creatures as mounts. There's problems with all of these. Some of them are just too dangerous and too OP, like the Black Widow. The Black Ox I like, but it's really slow when it's not throwing stuff. You could use it maybe as like a base defense creature, like a tanky base defense creature. But it's also got that problem that a lot of these bugs have got wings on their backs. They don't use them when we've seen them in Grounded, but technically they kind of should. They should use them to glide a little bit and stuff. I'm sure, maybe I'm chatting rubbish. The Black Ox Beetle maybe doesn't have, not wings, but shells. Shells that open up. And the stink bug can't be a mount because it's got toxic gas all over it. That's its main attack. How are you going to ride that if that's its main function? Ladybird's too slow, and yeah, a bunch of other reasons. But yeah, sneak peek, you'll see that in video. Anywho. Well, another thing, prop customers, just having a little read of my collector's art book I got from the collector's edition. And you know what? Like, it's open. You can't really see it. I'm sorry, this camera's bad. But there is a picture of a wing glider, which I've never noticed until today. Like a proper glider. How cool will that be? So maybe flyers is something they've still got to mess around with to work out if it's viable. But how about proper flyers as gliders, proper gliders? Being a beetle, it has electro. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so maybe like I said, it could be like a mount creature. I've got loads to talk about that as well. Like, what bugs become kind of farmyard bugs? Could we have bugs that just produce stuff for us? You know, like you have sheeps and cows. Would that fit, or was that going too much like the route of Ark and other games, like, you know, animal farming games? Would we have creatures that you'll never ride, but they're just bigger pets? So not just aphid and weevils, but we could have more selection of creatures that we can't ride but can come and accompany us. That's something else to consider as well. They're saying buggies, and that's been the focus, is buggies. So yeah, I think it'd be a bit. It seems like that might be the only line they're really looking at, rather than like animal husbandry or more expanded pets. But we'll have to wait and see. I want you excited for thingy hype. Yeah, if you're hyped, please like this stream, people. Let these videos do better, and the more I can make, getting us all hyped. And screw the negative Nellies that are like, oh, you made too many videos. Blah, 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 blah. There are moths in the game. There are. I was looking at that as well. I feel like they're so light. Because there's going to be butterflies in Grounded 2. We don't know if there's going to be moths, but there might be butterflies. But they're kind of weak and, you know, they're so delicate. The idea of them carrying you feels a bit too, I don't know. I think bees work for sure, but I don't know. All right, I'm going to try my best. I can't go to the very... I wish there was a way to go to the very beginning. Is there like a welcome? Maybe that's a way to do it. Welcome to the suggestions page. Did anyone do a bit of a write-up? Old. Welcome back your chat. Okay, maybe not. Welcome to discussion suggestions. It's going to be just people saying, go to the suggestions channel. Okay, right, no. I'm trying to find any way that I can just cheese and get to the very beginning. But I don't think it's going to happen. Split screen, I don't think that's going to happen, you know. I think that would have been a selling point that they would have put. Apparently it's quite hard to get it working on the Series S with a lot of games. Okay, yeah, to be fair, there's no point going too far back, right? Because if we go too far back, then we're looking at suggestions that are already in the game. Because they did add a ton. So let's look from the beginning of 2024. Yeah, that's like the last year they've been really active with updates, right? So 2024, we'll try and find like pick out the best ones. So I will shout out the people if I do use them, but I do know there's a bunch of repeat ones too. I love that you talk about physics logic. Well, yeah, but there is a degree realism. I don't think you should go so far as like measuring every item and every bug in the game. Like, actually, this shouldn't be in there. This would actually be this size. Like, calm down, people. Calm down. Don't, you know, unless it really looks bad, it's noticeable. Like, that's the problem with small lands. Some of that stuff it is noticeable. It looks bad because they did not get the ratios right, the sizing right. So yeah. But other stuff, you know, it's just in my brain a little bit. We talked about weathers today. It is about how you make the water not dangerous, because you don't want it. It would be rubbish if the rain hurt you and stuff, or like did a lot of damage or killed you, like in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. That's bad. But the droplets should be big enough to do that. So a fine mist that comes from a sprinkler might be the best bet, like carried by the wind. Disperses more, not as heavy as rain perhaps, or something along them lines. I'm not too sure. Okay, here we go. We're practically at the start of 2024. Yeah, mantis. I put the mantis there. I figured, well, I used the orchid mantis as a mount because that's right. So you guys give me more suggestions in it. Come join my Discord. Come and put it in the channel or stuff. I'm hoping we start seeing a Grounded 2 suggestions Discord like this channel. They've got to fix up, man. I know they're waiting to launch. I'm being a bit hype and a bit expectant, but we're eager. People want to start giving ideas and all sorts. Is it still playing that music, or is it only playing one? Can it not just carry on? Do you know what I'll do? I'll shut that down. I'll open it up. There we go. We'll play this. Whoa. There we go. Let me know if that's too high. The lads. Right. All right. So let's go through them, and you guys let me know. Well, maybe I'll ask for a yay or nay. Yeah, come on. Let's do it right from the first. I'm gonna do it right from the first. Okay. Here we go. Who's the first one of the year? So I'm purely going to go up by 35s. If it's below 35, I'm not interested. It's got to be gold. Okay? I mean, admittedly, this does mean that some of the games are kind of dead. Toenail shears. Okay. Well, that's one idea, maybe. I need to be writing this shit down somewhere. Let me write this stuff down. Toenail shears. Okay. So you can harvest fuzz from bugs without harming them. Do you know what? I kind of like that. That's not a bad idea. Non-harming fuzz or resources. So maybe that could be broadened to basically ways you can collect resources from bugs without hurting them. So farmyard animals, yeah? So we'll do that. Farmyard. Sort of animal husbandry it's called. Rosso, hello. Hello. Okay, so that's a pretty good one. I think that's a good solid start. It had 51 votes. Nice. 29, 18, 24, 23. I think 35's the max when it goes gold. Okay, so I think they should take away the no land rights in the Undershed. Okay, so build anywhere. Yeah, okay, that's a really solid one. Build anywhere. I'm going to put all these in my Discord as well, but I don't want to keep flipping between two Discords. Although actually, if I go straight into here and I do a text channel, suggestions G2, I'll make it just private for me. I can then use my side things. No, bro, my side things. Right, toenail one. Toenail harvest bug stuff without killing. 2. Build anywhere. No land rights. Maybe as just an option. Maybe not base game, but maybe even in a custom game or something like that. Yeah, don't worry about that spelling, people. Don't you worry about that spelling. And then if I do that, no, that one, no, it should be, bro, why is it coming up with that? Ugh, that's my channel. There we go, right, and then I want that, yeah. Yeah, I should be able to hop between them now. Sorry everyone, I'm trying to sort my life out. A huge earthworm that pops out, and I'll keep reading some of these suggestions as well, so you know I'll try and keep it live as well. It'd be cool to have a huge earthworm pop up the ground and hitch a ride on like a train through the yards. Yeah, it'd be a bit slow though, wouldn't it? Unless it goes underground. Because I was thinking about the antlions, like scorpions are going to have that same mechanic, right? It does look like they're going to burrow under the ground. So technically, could you have it at the antlions and be like rideable? But then I was like, well, antlions are kind of really specific, aren't they? I don't feel like they're something you see everywhere in a backyard. And would it make it too many problems while there was like with terrain and map, people getting lost under the map and stuff like that? Tough gunk for tough smoothies. Okay, that's a good one. Shout out to Thiefpedia. Come on, bro. This should take me. Yes. 3. Tough gunk. Yeah, something to. Or should we broaden it? This is what I'm going to do. You've got to think about a video, people. Better resource, better use out of bug parts. So the simple one for me is selling them. Use them for the waft emitter. Use them to craft stuff. Use them for glue. But why can't we use them to sell to get raw science? Why can't we have like the bug exchange? And you get 5 raw science and 3 raw science or 10 raw science. Something. J, a simple grapple. A set of gear and gloves that allows us to climb vertical walls from Creo. Yeah. I think bug-wise, what would that look like if it was a bug that helps us climb? Like what bugs can really stick on glass? Like I'm trying to think like frogs, certain creatures like geckos maybe, but other stuff. Rosso, yeah, I've got that, mate. I've got that included in my little tames video I showed off at the start of the video. Don't you worry, sir. Here we go. No, why does it keep going to that one? Son of a bitch. Okay, so Thiefpedia had Tough Gunk for... What do you have it for? Why does it keep going backwards? To make smoothies stronger. Yeah, I think that's a bit specific, but I do like the idea of just saying we need more resources to do things more with the bug parts. People want a crow statue. We have a koi fish statue. Okay, so just more decorations. 47 votes. All right, I'm going to put it there. I feel that's a bit weak, but because it's just like, well, yeah, they're probably going to add a ton of that stuff. But more decor, crow statue. bigger planters, the ability to plant more. Yeah, well, I'm hoping when the gardens come, you know, the ones that are in the north that we think we might not have in early access just yet when it launches, the communal gardens, I'm hoping that's going to give us more expanding on cooking and growing crops. House life. Well, oh yeah, that's another thing, right? I'm going to look through this, and it shows at one point they were going to have a garden, or they were thinking about in their concept art. That's a map, you can't see it, but it does say vegetable patch. And then there was a picture of the houses. So you only got this if you bought the collector's edition. And all of these concepts talk about going into the basement or the garage. So they, you know, we're always told, oh, they weren't ever thinking about going in the house. Bullshit. At some point, they were maybe thinking about going into the garage. Early days, or the basement. And that makes the most sense. I could live with that. A one-off, you know, final mission, laboratories, going, Wendell's, because that's where Wendell should have all this stuff, really, right? In the basement. That's what I would have expected. So, yeah, anyway, just a little side one now. You're texting from the gym. Wow, Spicy's getting his gains and getting his bugs. Okay, right. Back to it. No, bro, why is it doing that? I don't want to keep going back to this one. I want you to just take me straight back to the last one I was at. Boom, 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 boom. The ability in playgrounds change all mutations. Okay, well, I won't do that one Apex because that's already there now. I think mutations have all been locked properly. Rosso, what did you have? Custom game settings non-adjustable when in play, mainly handy now. Can auto all games mid settings. Oh, no one loved that one, mate. No, I'm sure they did. That's the thing. It's like there may be some great suggestions here. I'm bypassing them, but you know, I can't read out every single one. So we just want gold. We just want gold. If you're watching any mods of Grounded, maybe you can find a bot that highlights gold suggestions or the most top ranked suggestions. That would be pretty sweet. I'm not going to lie. Add a Pinecone workbench. Same function as the original workbench, but it looks fancy and fits the endgame aesthetic. Okay, you know what? I can vibe with that one. So again, we broaden it and we say we don't want to go with Conan Exiles where you've got 30 different crafting benches. But it would be nice to have, you know, at some point you've got to upgrade a little bit, or you only craft tier 2 or tier 3. The problem is though, people do find that annoying. So it should be a case of upgrading a bench, not placing a new one down. That's what I feel like. I think Lego did that pretty well. I'm sure you upgraded the bench, you didn't have to place a new one down. So upgrading benches. What about, yeah, well, I showed that off, Jay, a bit earlier. Did you see the picture I showed off that they were talking about proper gliders? Bart Player 1, since the map would be 3 times as large, they might add a dragonfly so get a saddle. Well, according to one of the journos, he said there was some dragonfly-like joint type shit. Now, we don't know if he was confusing maybe butterflies with dragonflies. And he didn't say you could ride them, but that is something, you know, to bear in mind. Okay, let's keep going through. Did that one. I'm looking for gold. We're looking for gold only, people. So we've got the upgrade benches. So I'm going to expand on these. I might even add a few of my own, but yeah. I read that. Is it just cycling through the ones I've just bloody read? Or what? It is. Why is it doing that? You know what? I might need someone else to help me write some of these down, because every time I'm clicking off, it seems to be going backwards. Oh, there's not that many gold either popping up. Although we're still only in January of 2024, people. So we had about 4 good ideas. Right, okay. Once you get late game, there's pretty much no reason to go back to the sandbox. So maybe occasional salt runs. It gets dull too quick. I don't like this idea. He's talking about just other creatures coming out. And he's got the idea of a creature, which is like a wind scorpion. So we've already got scorpions coming. Or sun spider. Yeah, we won't use that one. You know, if it's not relevant to Grounded 2, then there's no point in me trying to shoehorn it in. Going to most recent. Yeah, I might have to. We'll see how it goes. We're nearly in February now. Here we go. A read all buttons instantly remove all the yellow exclamation points in the crafting tab. So what we saying? Better UI and menu options. Yeah. Someone want to jot that down in my Discord. Above 35. Yeah, but it's still not going to come up with. Oh, let me look. I did that just a minute ago, and nothing seemed to really upvotes. It comes up with all this as well. Yeah, yeah. I guess it's showing up some gold ones more. No, you know what? I'll stick with this. Because I can read chat then while I'm scrolling through as well. So shout out if I miss a gold one. I know, January. Well, can you imagine going back years, like people's like #1 requests? See, this is the point as well. Once we realise, oh, Grounded's not going to have this, then we probably are missing out on some really old ones. So you know, it's not a defined science. Don't come at me, people, just because I don't list your top 10 suggestion that got 200 votes. I'm doing my best here. Imitations. A forgotten lab. You find Tully's darker side. Oh god, this guy's writing a fucking essay. The robot mixture. The tar. This for blah, 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 blah. In room where you guys pawn. Mixes the haze fungus, the body ants too. Oh my god. Mutated insects. I like the idea of that again. There's a little bit of art in here showing like a infected creature that looks like it was like half ant and half like slime monster. So maybe mutated bugs more. Like you'd like to see like crossovers, like, you know, half like the mant. So more mant style creatures. Should we do that one? You know what? Maybe I can open up my own Discord here on a web page. But yeah, someone please, one of my mods or any of the rat bags in my Discord, go ahead and just start putting these down, and I'll come and I'll collate them later. If you don't mind, someone just pop it down somewhere. So more mutated bugs, more like crossover bugs. Upgrades should have visual changes to equipment. Well, it does look like they're doing that with the you saw today the new reveal of the kids. Willow, she finally got a glow up. We saw her ident card. Here we go. It definitely looks to me like we're going to be able to upgrade our Omnant tools and customize them. If this ends up just being like some weird, like they're just designing their own tool and it's not going to be in game, that's a massive L. Like if they don't have this in the game now, like just don't include that stuff on your art if you're not going to have it in there. So I'm presuming it is in there, but don't lock it to the kids. Like don't make it you can only have that one if you're hoops. People just get grumpy. They will. You could ask your mate to craft you one, but yeah, you got to be able to choose what you want. But yeah, that one kind of looks cool. It's got like a mask and stuff. Nothing resists sour. Wasn't it sweet? I thought sweet was the whole point of sour. I finally added your Paxel ID. Yes, I want a Paxel. Any grounded channel, Claire, that you see. Any grounded 2 channel. If you don't mind. just or the our channel, our YouTube moderators channel, if you want. It doesn't look like Sour's coming back. No, it does. We've seen Sour rocket, but we haven't seen any weapons or anything like that utilising it. So that's something to bear in mind as well. But the Sour rocket is in there. Yeah, maybe it's like themes. I hope so. Or you use specific parts and then you can do it. Right. Make your own mixer in Playgrounds. That is pretty sick. Maybe a far off idea for the future with Playgrounds. But I do like that idea. Make your own mixers. So you could choose what enemies would come from it. And then you could literally use that as a much simpler way of having bug spawn and stuff like that for like Playgrounds maps. Because you can't, that's what the waft emitter is, right? So maybe, yeah, either make your own mixers or the waft emitter better. I feel like they added that, really. I mean, the waft emitter does kind of do that now, right? You get raw science from it. So no, actually we won't include that one. Forget that one. I love the music in this. Someone commented, I speed up the music quite a bit. So if you ever hear some music in the background of Grounded, it's because I literally go. I think it sounds badass when you speed up a bit. In fact, quite a bit. Oh, hang on. Oh, no, no, bro, no, bro. Why you do that? Yeah, yeah. Speed up music we like, we know like. We like it, we know like. Tinkerlands released their roadmap. We've been making a video on it. I'm not too sure, Scooper. I like the game a lot. But I'll be honest, now Grounded's here. And thank you so much for the $5. I'm not sure I'm going to be revisiting it for a while. Not until like it gets like a big major update. But you know what? Maybe I will do a little video tomorrow. I don't really want to upset my Grounded algorithm at the moment, since I've put out about 30 videos to get there with it. This is my favourite one. I use this on one of my build videos for one of my 100 days. Right, another one. Bug spawners remember if their bugs have been spawned on reload into the game. Oh no, bro, come on. It's boring. Give me some good ones. Give me some good ones. The rosy maple moth. What does it do, great googly catfish? What's so special about it? This guy wants Barbarian to be reworked. They kind of have, right? Frenzy. It still says you've got less of a thingy, but maybe it really, yeah, it's the only mutation that gives you a debuff. So I guess they haven't listened to that. So yeah, we'll balance that out. I guess, no, we'll see how it goes with mutations once we play it. No, gold cards. Do you know what? Okay, we'll get one from you, people. We'll get one from you. Do you think there should be other ways to get gold cards? And it shouldn't be just random luck. Like the big consensus from a lot of people is you kill 100 bugs, or you kill 500 bugs, you get the gold card. So, what do you guys think? Is that something we could potentially have? Rather than just relying on literally thingy. Gold cards don't do anything right now. They should be based on enemies killed. Yeah, come on, let's do a vote. I'll do a vote now. We've got, what, 100 people? Yeah, we decide for the grounded community. Yeah, we decide. Let's start a poll. Gold cards. Gold cards unlocked and killing certain amount. There you go. I've done a poll, people. Get voting. Get voting now. A roly-poly bugger. Yeah, that's coming, Louis. I've got a video literally I was editing before I decided to start streaming, talking about all the different tames that I think could make it as a tame or won't make it as a tame. A huge buff towards the applicant. Yeah, so let's put that in the suggestions. Gold cards to do something. Yeah? So you get the gold card, you get something from it. Some sort of extra perk or buff. We know mutations exist. We know there's Trapper Peeper. And that's what the devs are probably going to say. It does feel a bit old and tired though. Like, we need a bit more evolution of it. Maybe you get more chance. Maybe they could combine so that Rascal Rogue and stuff like that, that you'd get more chance of getting rare bug parts now when you kill them. That makes sense, right? You've harnessed the power. It literally says one of the mutations for it. You've harnessed the power from killing so many, your knowledge of them. This feels really loud. Let me know if it is. It's a bit loud. It's a bit loud for me. Yeah, increased drop rate. Something along the lines, right? Obviously, you can disagree with me and go, no. Well, you've got other ideas. Let me know. It's not a democracy. It's not a democracy. It's not a dictatorship, people. But we are looking at 84% saying yes, 16% saying no. Only 31 votes. Come on, people. We've got 100 people in here. You can't click on a poll, no? Can't give us your opinion. Tell us what you want to see. Make a difference. This is the problem with the youth today. You're not voting enough. Get out there and vote. Come on, vote. It's right there. Maybe a chance they'll give up in battle. That could be kind of sick. An anti-nut light for all the bugs. Great Google Catfish. What was C. Dinky's idea? Bless him. Is he still asleep? Shavak, gold cards to reduce threat from a specific bug by, say, 25. What, so that you could sneak past them? Drop it. Bug slow to tame it. Yeah, some interesting ways to tame creatures. Okay, well, that's a solid one. Okay, let's move on then. So, gold card. Good stuff. Good gold card stuff. Oh, we've got a couple here. The cracks, horns and parts sticking out, breaking off. Weapons with spikes could have the... Yes! More visuals about our weapons and stuff getting used. It would be cool if your weapon broke literally in half and you couldn't use it, or a horn degraded. Or fighting bugs. I'd love it if you was like taking on a boss and as it got to half health, you clipped its wings. Like, that's what we didn't get enough of in Grounded. So imagine a wasp, you're fighting the wasp queen, half health, that's it, a wing drops off so she doesn't go flying around as much. That would be sick, right? That would be really good. So yeah, let's do that one. Let's do yeah, visual degradation, visual stuff with weapons, and I'm going to extend that to bugs. You know, bugs lose their parts as you fight them, because that's what kids do, right? That's the like mean kids go and pick the wings off flies and stuff like that. So imagine that. Allow dual wielding for daggers. Well, that's coming. That is happening. That is a good one. Going through them all. You want a new class like a tamer or an engineer. Well, I guess like a summoner is kind of like a tamer, right? An engineer could be good if like a sub one, if we like unlock the potential from like robots. If there's going to be Ruzties and stuff, or Burgle, more stuff to do with technology that we find. Come on, where's the gold? Give me gold. I want the gold. Oh, we've got a gold one. Allow shields to get upgraded. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. I want shields to be able to be upgraded. That is definitely a good one. All right, I'm going to leave that poll. Some of the no's came in. 52 votes. 19% of you were like, nah. Keep gold cards as it is. I can see why, but yeah, I'm going to end it as that. 81% in favour. 8%, there we go. A Bombader class of some sort. Well, they've got the Bombader armors, right? Don't forget there's all the armors you can get, like the infected broodmother. When you kill it, you get the Bombader class, effectively. So some of that stuff is in the game. You want the battle cry ability for a barbarian that forces enemies to aggro the barbarian. Yeah, yeah. Although, again, there's like armors that do that as well. It does look like that's the new Ladybird. Have you guys realised the Ladybird armor's been changed? It's no more healing. It's threat, increased threat. So it's taken. I think Acorn still has that, right? At the moment in Grounded 1. Well, it looks like they've swapped it over. Or Ladybug is now going to be increased threat, I'm pretty sure, from what we read from the description. It's sad, because I love my Ladybug stuff. Each of the teens had a trait. No, you couldn't do that. Because again, it would be forcing people to choose a teen, and then what happens when all 4 of you want to be the same trait? I want to shit on your idea, Spicy. Unless you can choose the trait. So you can choose. But then that's mutations, right? That's really what traits are. As you kill bosses, territories change. Yes, I love the idea. Like I do, Nick. You know, something like factions and stuff like that. Be good. I was thinking about that samurai armor. The reason it might show a yellow symbol on it is because a yellow ant symbol is maybe because it's the enemy. Like they're showing the ant symbol, and you know that's its kill sign. 'Cause normally when you have like markings on armor, it's to show how many people you've killed. So with bugs, it could be like wearing the fire red ant armor set. You're like showing, yeah, I'm a killer. I'm gonna kill all the other factional ants. Alex Thompson, thank you for the $4.99. Do you think we could end up going in the greenhouse? This was shown in the overhead shot. Maybe I hope so, mate. I don't know about building in there, but again, I hope so. It'd be so cool though. Some exotic creatures. If you don't know, there seems to be a really low level greenhouse. It's like a grow box. It's not like a massive glass big structure. From what I can see, what I looked at, it feels like it's going to be one where you just lift up like a wooden sort of drawer, and it'll be glass panes, and then inside you might have a bit more. You know, I'm praying they add some sort of like valley of plant eating creatures, plant eaters. You know, Venus flytraps and stuff like that. How cool would it be if that was like a real thick jungle biome? And you've got like weird tentacle plants coming out of nowhere and picking you up and like strangle you for a few seconds as you're going through the jungle. There's so much. There's so much. I'm not going to lie, I'm a bit worried they're going to play it really safe. Like, the addition of stuff we want is great, but I do want them to really go out there with a couple of ideas. Like, really push it out a little bit more. Don't just do top 10 suggestions and that's it. Like really, and the story's good and everything, but yeah, like really make some of these biomes unique. Not just it's got toxic haze, like really alive, make them feel alive. Like Grounded's always done that pretty well with the bugs and their patterns and the way they go after each other sometimes. I want more of that. I want more bugs to eat other bugs. That's what I want to see as well. More bugs actually attacking other bugs, like bug wars. But that would be sick if we had like a proper jungle biome. And yeah, imagine it, because then you could do tree. What if it's got like thick stumps from some exotic, you know, jungle tree, and you could build tree houses, and they've got like special platforms that you can only put on trees, and you can use it in other places. Maybe you can use it in berry bushes as well, and it just slots on nicely, like a bit like Ark's tree platforms. Centipede. Well, if they've got a caterpillar, then you might think there might be a centipede. I don't know, Doom. You want to go and try building across the street, or like set up a house in the shop or on top of the Omnant car? Flyers, yeah, or like I'll show off in my Tames video. It's going to probably come out tonight, or I might put it out in the morning. I think some Tames, if they allow you to go up a certain level before they lose their stamina and go down, where you treat them as ways to get up to places, not necessarily to go fast. That's a key difference. So having something like a glow bug or a bee, but I think glow bug, that suits it more. So, and then eventually maybe a bee or a yellow jacket hornet or whatever people want. All right, anyway, let's go. Let's keep going through them then. When turning the chip, called the backstory behind each lab. Yeah, you know what? This is a good one. So more lore and story when basically cutscenes. I feel like this is what he wants, like exposition when you're giving it to him. Although you can talk to Burgle and he normally gives you a rundown. So it'd be good to trigger that. But then some people, I don't like, you know, by the time you've played Grounded a few times, who skips through all the dialogue now? You must do. Just like Burgle, oh my god, I'm so sick of you, boy. Blah, 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 blah. So maybe a cutscene each time you hand a chip in. I like the idea of that. Should we do that? Some more. I think that they've said they're going to have more cutscenes. I was looking up people that work for Eidos, and it does look like, and I could be wrong. So you know, I could be 100% wrong. It does look like there is more people from Eidos Montreal working on the game, a lot more now than Obsidian. I could be wrong. Split screen, yeah, maybe. I just can't. I think, you know, the problem is that supposedly there's rumours that next year there might be another new gen console for Xbox in 2026. So is that going to happen again, where like, oh, we can't do stuff with Grounded because, you know, we've got the Series S and X to think about? I hope not. Omni cooker. It can make meat in 3 ways: boiling, baking, grilling. I think we'll just put that down to cooking. Cooking improvements, expand cooking, make it a bit more interesting. I feel like we should be able to prep more ingredients. Like maybe, yeah, you've got to dry certain ingredients more, like make the recipes a little bit more involved. Just to do, I don't know, maybe you guys disagree. Maybe you're like, no, I want food quick. I don't want to spend 10 minutes having to put something on jerky rack, or you know, some other way to prepare food, boiling it and stuff. But food, cooking being fleshed out. Really, Rosso, yeah. It's hard to do. It is. There's not many games that are doing split screen, and if they are, they take a bit longer. Like Baldur's Gate, the new one, that took a lot longer to get on Xbox because they had to try and get it onto the Series S. But yeah, cooking improvements. We'll call it that. That was only just about. Candy glass. You can smelt candy and salt to get glass the colour of the candy. That is a fantastic idea, Scam. Yes, I like that idea a lot. Like, we should have more glass type structures in the game. That's a really good one. I'm worried though, using the candies that we normally use to upgrades a bit sucky. What if it was like sweet wrappers? What if there was, like, in Britain you've got old fashioned chocolate wrappers? What if it was something like this you found in the rubbish or scattered around the yard in certain spots, and you could recycle it? Captain Planet, Save the Universe, that was a big inspiration for Grounded, right? The Saturday morning cartoons, the Rings of Power, the you know, that was a big push in the 90s. I remember that being a thing, like early 90s, when people really started thinking about recycling and saving the ozone. So what if you melted, yeah, the pop rocks, what if you melted wrappers? So that way we're not like eating into our literally upgrades to make just decorations. I hate that idea. I don't want to have to decide to have a pretty house or have an upgrade, because I'll choose the upgrade every time. Even though I want a pretty house, I'm not going to sacrifice until I've got hundreds of them, or, you know, lots. I've done everything I can. So something like that, where you can find another material, or maybe the more obvious one would be something like Lego bricks, but they're still huge. Like you see the ones in the sandbox, they're massive. So, or beads. I don't know if beads would be too big as well. Cracked beads. I'm trying to think. It may. Oh yeah, maybe. You know what? Spicy. The pop rocks, popping candy people. They're really tiny. They're really like little shards. Or nerds. Nerds. This is the kind of stuff maybe. But then people will be like, oh, well, can they? I wouldn't mind this. If this only gave you like energy boost, and then you could use this stuff to go ahead and make glass. That's the whole point, people, is to make glass or building materials out of it. So you could have like glass walls and stuff. That'd be kind of sick. Yeah, little pieces of Jolly Ranchers, something like that. Vehicles. Well, they did have the helicopter. It was only for fun, but why not? Why couldn't we have like a really technological helicopter? Who's tagging me? Who's tagging me in the chat? Cooking more in depth. Oh, here we go. In search bar, this including. It should give you a drop down. Oh, he's told me again. No, type this, including the in suggestions. Ah, okay. I was doing it wrong. And then upvote. Oh, now we're pod racing. Thank you very much, Raggy. Appreciate it, mate. Oh, okay, well, we've still got a lot, and you guys can't see this as well, but again, I'm going to do my best. Maybe I can have something in the background. No, it's not going to work. I'm going to have to suck it up and see the chat. Is there no way to make this bigger so you can just see this? Oh yeah, there we go. No, it's coming up with all of them. Oh, hang on. I can zoom. Zoom. Bruh. Chat. Zoom level. Here we go. Because then you guys can read it as well. Ooh. Oh my god, that's awful. That's making my head hurt. Clip items, okay. Let's do the oldest ones. Oh, it's still showing just regular ones. Okay, but the gold ones as well. So yeah, people got that one. These are from 2020. Yeah, no, that's going to be too old. We'll go for new ones. Tank build items, talking stuff like riot shields, or you can sacrifice speed but you get damage resistance or damage up. Yes, maybe you're like, well, you got heavy armor, and that does the job of heavy armor, right? Move my camera. Oh yeah, that'd be a good freaking start, wouldn't it? Sorry, people. Trying to do this. It's really hot. I'm sweating. It's really hot in the UK at the moment. Yeah, I feel like we've got all that, really. Like, we have got tank stuff. It's, heavy armors are slow. I guess he means more to have it really take effect or do something with it. Game's not out, we want stuff already. Yeah, well, I'm trying to see, like, the basic... I want to comb together the biggest suggestions that Grounded 1 never got. The people, like, really want them. Like, we've been told that buggies is a direct result of what the, people want. So why can't we try and predict what they might else add? Yeah, pet collision. It's got to go. The amount of times I want to rage out my freaking ant because it's pushed me off. Pets are see-through. What do you reckon? A repair all button. Yes, prop customs. Yeah, these are some great ideas. We've got to chuck these, put these in my chat channels as well. Just put your own randoms. You know what? Maybe I should just put a chat channel for my thing as well. Yeah, if Grounded won't do it, I'll do it. I'll do it myself. G2 suggestions. For now. There you go, people. Go wild. Put your ideas in there. You never know, I might use them for the video later. Bruh. Where am I? What am I doing? Where's it gone? Oh yeah, here we go. There's a tiny spider on your bedroom wall. Kill it. It's a gold. We're only looking for gold. Make unblockable attacks like explosion, spicy, fresh and shocking blockable and parryable. But they are, aren't they? You can block the sour orbs and stuff. I guess you can't block the other ones. Yeah, no, I don't know. I feel like there's got to be some... You got to take the hit sometimes. I think I was getting annoyed. What game was I playing recently? And... yeah, Abiotic Factor. Abiotic Factor's got some attacks from enemies. And it doesn't matter if you're blocking. They'll just go through because they're like electricity. And I thought, actually, no, it's annoying. But it makes you think, alright, I've got to play it different. You can't just go in with the same things. So, no, I don't like that one. Sorry. Rip. I'll put it in there. I will put it in there. Okay, so I'll let the community decide on that one. More better blocking. You can, yeah, you can block burn effects from spicy, and you can block the sour. What's this guy talking about then? Elements, spicy mint, salt, sour. Yeah, combining stuff should be good. Like that should be like an end game tier 4 upgrade. You know, or differences. Maybe it does a bit less, so you don't get the full benefit of sizzling or chilling, but you do get some benefits. So it becomes like a dual use thingy. Nerds as explosives. Yeah, you can. Yeah, I don't know what this guy's talking about. A butterfly creature. Yeah, we've got that one already, pretty much. Although this guy wants it to be more about a glider. I think we'll put gliders in. Let's put gliders in suggestions. I know that's a big one people want. The cooker, yeah, he's come up with that one as well. The mixers. Imitations, no. Yeah, I've gone through some of these already. Friendly fire should be toggleable in-game and not be affected by difficulty. Is it? Is that something that you can't change without penalty? Like, does it change the achievements and stuff? No. Different colour zip lines. Yes. So when they do bring zip lines back, make sure there's more customization for them. Something like that. Maybe we can change the actual bases of them. Dual wielding. Yeah, we've got dual wielding, but like dual elemental damage. That's what we're talking about. Like you can do with one hit on one weapon, ice and fire damage. I mean, but then you got to think, well, why would you need it? I guess it stops players having to carry like 4 or 5 weapons with them. They'll take the sacrifice that their weapons aren't going to be as strong dealing with an enemy that's weak to ice. And we're presuming that's all coming back. But you're going into an area that might have a lot of weak to ice and weak to fire, sizzling. So it could be good to have an axe that has both. What if the dual daggers can carry different elements? That would be sick. That would be really sick. Speech update adds more bugs into the game. Yeah, well I'm not gonna, that's going to be for another video for sure. But more bugs. We all know we want more bugs. Assault staff. We definitely need more use out of salt, right? We want more salt stuff. We got to have like different things from salt, effects, bonuses that we can put on stuff or weapons. I like this idea actually. A group of 5 salty synchronized spikes shoot out like lightning arrows with a flashing effect when charged up, but if not, only spits out single salt spikes. What about like do you know shotguns used to be loaded with a thing called rock salt, or you can use rock salt as like basically a bullet. Imagine if they took the old model from the cut content from which was the underwater what's the name of it? Harpoon, but you could fill it with salt and use it as like a shotgun. I know people are like, no, they can't have guns in Grounded. But I think that'd be sick. Just that one thing, like it looks like a harpoon, but it fires salt. That'd be sick. I think anyway. Cry! Hello mate, how you doing? Yeah, I watched a bit of your video. Yes, last night mate. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Seen your takes and stuff. Calling out the devs, being sneaky. Didn't they cut salt and sour in Grounded too? I haven't seen it yet. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, traps we need lots more of. Community mod support. I've got to include it, even though I know why they haven't. And PC players should know why they haven't, because the majority of their players play on Xbox. However, some companies are doing more to get mod support on consoles. And Xbox themselves are trying to say, play your games anywhere. You know, any device. So having them get behind a little bit more opening up games to mod support as well is probably a good thing. So yeah, proper mod support for Grounded 2. I think that would be pretty good. Mini radio. Yes, we need a jukebox. Yeah, this has been spoken about a billion times. Mini radios, jukebox, some way we can play tracks from Grounded 1 and Grounded 2. That'd be excellent. I think that'd be really good. So definitely need that one. Let's put that one in, people, in my suggestions. Sweet from Sugar Cubes, yeah. You can't kill your summons, can you? I think that's an old one. Surely not. New weapon, the Sour Glaive. This weapon will be crafted with 5 globs, blah 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 blah. It does sour damage. Yeah, I mean, I do like the idea that instead of just being like just more spears, like the trident's such a cool weapon, but you never use it. Who uses a trident ever? Like when did you run into the water and go, yeah, all right, I need my trident, I've got to take out. Maybe in WoW mode, maybe it's more of an important tool to have, but apart from that, when do you ever use it? So different types of weapon styles. Yeah, again, push it out there. They've got dual wielding now, so why can't we have a bit more flavour with our spears? That'd be sick. I love weapons like that. That is like my usual go-to when I play other games or RPGs and stuff. Either that or daggers. Yeah, Vivid, lots of, yes, few games. It is expensive getting mods on consoles. It is, no doubt about it. You've got to partner up usually one of these sites. And it's tough, but there's definitely there's other small games that do maps and stuff. I've always let them off because they had the Playgrounds mode, and that's like the closest thing you can have to mods in terms of player user generated content. But they just released it at the wrong time. It should have come with 1.0. They should have delayed 1.0 and had it. They would have built on the hype. Everyone would be like, oh my god, Grounded's come out. It's got all these new bosses, a story ending, everything else. And oh my god, it's got this brand new Playgrounds mode. Coming out like a year later or whatever it was just a bit, most of the audience had moved on. I think that would have helped build up a bit more hype with it. Chakrams, yes. Well, I showed that off the other day. I can't remember. I'm losing track. I've made so many videos. My mind's a bit mushed. But the boomerangs. There was boomerang animations in the game that you used to have boomerangs. So you could maybe tweak that to have chakrams. Nah, scarabs, don't like that one. What about the perfect burger customers? Okay, Burger wants to know. Okay, that's a funny one. It's a funny one. It's a funny one. Got a dip. Alright, later, Spicy. Damn, how many more clickbait videos? Well, how many more do you want, Davey? 5? 10? I'm doing my best, bud. I'm doing my best. If people didn't like them, the like-dislike ratio would be a lot worse. Pop rocks can make tier 2 bomb arrows. Yes, just give us more uses out of sweets and stuff, yeah. But I really love the glass idea for sure. I do. We have been going a bit. I've tried my best to get through this. Maybe I didn't get through as many. I wish there was like a proper top 10, the most voted suggestions. In fact, these are only showing the 35. I think, yeah, you're meant to have done plus. Well, surely if I do like top 50. Is there any like that? Yeah, there is. There we go. So what if you did 100? Is there any? No, not 100. 50? Okay. Alright, Ragdoll, nice one. Even returned. Yeah, they. I don't know for Burgle and Wendell. Yeah, because Zachary Thingy, isn't he a bit of a dickhead now? Is that the same guy that did Shazam? The movie? Am I tripping? Oh, I'm thinking of someone else completely. This guy was putting this suggestion in March. A way to turn insect parts to raw science, maybe called the masher. Well, that's yeah, okay. Maybe I'll let that. No, maybe that is a good idea. It's not the waft emitter for combat. And I guess it's the same thing as me saying sell it. Do you know what? That's not such a bad idea. You mash them into raw science rather than sell them. That could work. Grass up should be in the game. They don't want flyers in yet, so let's have grass up super jumping. Yeah, that'd be good. Want more changes to the armor's visuals. You know what? I feel like I've got a good grasp. So you guys go mad, and I'll read purely just chat at the moment. Tell me what you'd like to see in terms of some ideas, and I'll just play a video in the background. Obviously one of mine, and I will discuss what you guys want. Oh, that was Inception. Boom, 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 boom. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, go on, hit me, and I'll read out my Discord ones as well. Yeah, so he's probably not. Well, he might need it. He might need the money since he's career's flopping or whatever it is. I'm pretty sure I read something. It's weird. Yeah, you know what? I'd be no loss. I wouldn't care if Burgle's voice was different. They could easily make that happen as well. Just be like, well, yeah, we got blown up. So there you go. You don't have to worry. His voice box got dismantled. It'd be like a Bumblebee in what do you call it? Transformers. Bum 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 bum, dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, repair all button. Mosquito repellent. Yeah, I kind of like that vibe. I like that vibe. So Rat Pellet says repair. Externalize says mosquito repellent. Yeah, I could be down with that one. Oh yeah, Willow and Pete are dating, you know. Not even joking. They're dating. Let's read chat ones. Thank you so much, Claire. Oh my god. Okay, right, I've got to get through these. Catapult artillery made from a dead scorpion. Okay, that's very specific. I'm a fan of the new wall windows. Oh no, I've read that one already. Sorry, my bad. Something that needs to be in the game no matter what is something like the Ant Queens or just straight up Ant Queens. Yeah, you want them just coming back. It makes sense, right? If there's ants in the game, there's surely got to be more queens. Like, where are they coming from? Where are these mums coming from? Where are these ants coming from? Yeah, and that armour that I spoke about is clearly the Scorpion armour. It clearly is. the one with the mask, the funky mask. A wands, yeah, wands would be cool. Some way to get a magic a little bit earlier. No guns though. You wouldn't know if they'll have DLS, or maybe you'd assume so, like all the newer settings and stuff. A belt or something allowed to hold more than one trinket at a time, yeah, or being able to upgrade. Maybe you could sacrifice. What if it was like a tool belt, but it took up like 5 slots in your inventory, but you could activate 5 trinkets. Maybe that's a bit too much. Maybe 3 trinkets. But yeah, it would take up, each slot would take up 2 slots in your inventory. That would kind of vibe. Maybe something along them lines. Put murder hornets in games so we can eat their honey. Really? Okay. A burweed flail, a melee weapon with extended reach. Yeah, okay. Maybe it can like dual use. So like light hit, it does close damage. And then with the heavy hit, it does like maybe long distance damage a little bit more. Underwater base building. Yeah, but what would the point be? Like, I always think about base building and like if it's going to be for defense purposes, it's cool. But what? Then they'd have to mess around with water physics. How would that work? Ark used to have it, and it was kind of weird in Ark. I don't know, man. It'd be hard. Different spawn locations for the teens instead of just the one. Maybe slightly, yeah, but I guess it's really story-based grounded, and it sounds like the sequel is going to be quite narrative-driven like that as well. So they've got to be careful. They can't have it just random. But maybe that could be something in like the remixed yards, if they get to the remixed playgrounds and stuff like that, that you could choose the spawns of the teens. That could be good. Or New Game Plus. Yeah, the assassin armor is a scorpion. Yeah, look at them colours. I was thinking that the armor, when you see the armor, it looks just a bit too grey. But when you see the scorpion close up like that, and it's exactly the same kind of colour. It's an insect called the bee fly. That would be perfect for grounded. Its size perfect, looks very unique. You should look it up. All right, Mike, I'll have a look at that one. Machine turning leftover bugs into raw science. Yeah, Sotero, we've given that one a good go earlier. A dedicated fluffy dandelion trinket slot. Any form permanent dandelion with no drawbacks. Yeah, it does look like they've still got the same vibe of just like trinket slots. It would be cool if they had one dedicated to just your glider. Yeah, have a glider slot permanently. But then some people might not want the glider to pop out, like when they're jumping and doing stuff. I guess you just unequip it, but yeah, that could be something. New elements, like, so I think so. Like, it seems to be more of a focus on venom. So I know it might not come from like a sweet or a food, but it definitely is mentioned a lot more in the mutations for staves. Right, I'm trying to get them now. Different staves, like Earth brings sticks from underground. Yes, Hawk Gaming, I like that one. Being allowed to line yourself with one bug group and get a bonus with a corresponding buggy. 0, I like that one too. Maybe you got like, so you're riding your regular ant, you kill 50 fire ants, and you get a small bonus of extra damage with your mount. That could work, something like that against them. It gets venom is replacing poison. Yeah, maybe. I think they probably need to simplify it. It was a bit confusing. It's like, well, this spider does poison, this spider does venom. Like, bro, give me a break. Like, just put them different tiers. 2 trinkets would be a good compromise. Double jump mutation cry. Yeah, I've been saying that as well. Got to have something like that. Again, I want them to really push the boat out a bit. I don't want them to be too safe with stuff. It'd be really cool if we could see some more. Just realising how bloody small my little logo is. I'm sure that's meant to be a bit bigger. Anyway, am I doing all of them? Suggestions? Jar of bottled venom spread on a blunt or bladed weapon for poison damage, but temporarily wears off. Yeah, but then it probably detract too much from some of the dual daggers and some other weapons, special stuff you get from bosses and things. I was thinking about this, like, yeah, applying poison. I guess if you treat it poison or venom like candy damage buffs, it makes sense. Like, you can upgrade your different weapons with spicy, chilling, whatever, cold, frost, chilling, ice, sour. So yeah, why can't you do it, Venom? That's a good point. Maybe weapons just like the salty mace come inbuilt with it, so that's good if you want that build, or like the acid edge for sour. So maybe you still can get weapons with venom, and they're going to be stronger, and you increase their power of venom. So yeah, you know what? I'm down. Let's have venom as a proper something we can apply, just like candy elements. Silver, yeah, we discussed that one. 2 elements or more earlier, yeah. Elemental arm upgrades survive different areas, such as spicy upgrading your arm survive the ice cream truck. So not just one armor set, like the sandbox, like the antlion set. You want to be able to apply protection on whatever set. Yeah, I guess that could kind of work. There is a problem with certain armors that you never use. Again, like the antlion set. Has it got any other use other than the sand or doing the katana? Not really. Unless this map is going to be larger and there'll be more different points and places that will require protection. That makes sense. Worry if you do that, you're reducing maybe the reliance on armors, and it's not as important to get armors, and that's a big part of the game. That's a big part of progression, is unlocking tools and weapons and gear and armor sets as well. So I don't know. I think we'll get every ant type for buggies. Oh yeah, I can't wait, guys. You wait to see my mount video that I've been doing, talking about the different potential for mounts coming in or not. A quick loads the crossbow. Yeah, some sort of like rapid reload, like perfect reload or something like that. You know, the ladybug does look very different there with the white and black on it, on the face. It is interesting how they've done that. You want snakes? Yeah, but Smallland had snakes, and I don't know. The snake battle for that was just a bit everywhere. Snakes are too big. It'd have to be like the world's tiniest snake. Maybe. No, I think leeches still could work in the water. You want the mantis's mount? Yeah, for sure. Upgrades, backpack upgrades. No, Miguel. I think now we're gonna have the buggies. There's no point in making upgrades for your backpacks. I like the idea originally, and I think I've spoke about it in the past as well. It makes sense that you should be able to upgrade and unlock like another tier, another row. But in reality, the reliance should be a little bit more on the buggies. You've got to make the buggy. They're gonna want you to use these buggies. If players are just ignoring the buggies and go, no, I'm still just gonna run around, I think it defeats a whole big chunk of the game that they're adding new. So they're going to do things to make you use them, like being able to cut through resources or being able to use to traverse certain environments. So giving them inventory space, which we know they have, I think that's a good one. Auto turrets, yes. Asylum, yeah. I was speculating, and I probably got it wrong, that we might have auto turrets. It did look like there was a team missing, so it does look like a team was in it. So it's probably not a thing just yet. It'd be cool if you could put one of your buggies in a turret. So what if you have to tame a specific type of bug? What kind of bug's got like really good eyes? Like lots of eyes. I don't know. Something like that where you would tame it specifically just to put in an auto turret. So it would stay in the auto turret. Or does that make it a bit too cartoony? That you've got like an ant sitting there on the gun going... That is a great image though. That is a great image. Yeah, robots would probably be the better option. That makes more sense. Bedos, you want the pets to collect more drops? Yeah, it's going to happen, mate. They've already said that. The buggies will, at least. Your ant buggy is going to have a mode on it where it can gather stuff, and then you switch it back to just like regular mode. So it'll just go over and it'll pick up thistles and other resources for sure. Tier 4, Tier 5 enemies. Yeah, yep. Kissing bug, being able to spread sickness. Ooh. Bro, what are you doing with your bugs? You keep that to yourself on your quiet time, what you do with your bugs. We don't need to hear about that in this stream. The gnats, put a turret on a bug. Yeah, well, so yeah, putting a massive one on a Black Ox beetle. Shield bug carrying turrets using their backpacks. Buggy arm sets that give them buffs. Jumper spiders would be cool. Power source. Yeah, well, they had... So once upon a time, they were thinking about power sources in the game. Or powered buildings, at least. So that's something I think, you know, could go down well. You don't want it to become then like... has anyone seen Automata? That game I showed off a little while ago. You don't want it to become a little bit too much like, oh, what's this game trying to be, bro? Like, are you a survival game? Are you an exploration adventure game? Are you a automation game? Like, what are you? Are you too much? And does it get annoying if it's got everything in it? So this might be like the competitor to Grounded. I've been sort of hyping up a little bit. But it's got automation, it's got everything in it. It's got PvP in it, PvE in it. Whole bunch of stuff, and it's like farming, growing your crops, animals, mounts. It's like, oh, could it be too much? It's a bit too cute as well, I ain't gonna lie. Color palette makes me want to go bleh. But base building and stuff like that, so that's a danger. You can't... I want them to push the ideas more for Grounded. I don't want it to be too safe, but you can't have too many ideas in it. I wouldn't mind a little bit more to do with, yeah, like I said, bugs, animal husbandry, having bugs that produce stuff for you. So if you find a silkworm, and there's silkworms in the game, it produces silk. Or your orb weaver juniors, you can literally have them and they'll produce web for you. You know, little things like that maybe could be good. Or aphids. Like, the aphids should be that they really produce nectar for you. Like, a lot. You tame them, you leave them in their pen, you come back, bam, you've got like 10 nectar. I think a tiki mask made out of scorpion parts would be funny, and the sights and mouth would glow in the dark. Yeah. Yeah, bug farm, something like that. You could have a weevil like hamster wheel powering something. Yes, something like that, where you'd use like the aphids or the weevils, like the smaller creatures that maybe don't get as much love or use. That'd be good. Right, people, I've not been sleeping well. I've got some issues with my stomach and sides, and it's making me mean that I can't sleep often, or I'm waking up sweating and stuff. So I'm getting pretty tired. And I've got a lot to do. I've got to go and finish off that editing the video of like the mounts we could see in Grounded. But yeah, there's so much to talk about. I'm still got video ideas. I'm getting to the end. Like, it'd be nice to get some big new info about Grounded too, but I've still got loads I think I can talk about, and hopefully you guys want to talk about it and stuff as well. So please leave a like on this stream. Come and join my Discord. If I didn't read out your suggestion, well, we've just set up a suggestions channel. Put it there, and it'll be somewhere we can copy and paste them into the official one once they sort their lives out and add one. And yeah, they're doing a stream. Oh yeah, they are doing a stream. They're talking to the head of Grounded 2 today, but they're going to be playing another game. They're doing it for charity. They're not talking about Grounded. They're going to be talking about Alpha Protocol. I think it's later on tonight. It's probably about 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock. My time, so probably like 20 minutes or an hour. So you may see me there while I'm editing. I might be in chat. We could try asking them some questions, but they're probably going to be like, oh, we'll save that for another stream, or, you know, we're only talking about Alpha Protocol or the history of the game, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, we'll leave them alone a little bit. I'm not going to go in there and ask them a bunch of questions. Unless they say, go on, we'll give you a sneak little peek. You can ask a couple of questions about Grounded 2. That'd be sick. I'd donate for that. Yeah, if we allowed to ask Grounded 2 questions with answers, if we donate. But yeah, I'll be back. I'm going to try and do more of these types of streams, getting you guys. I want you guys to really get involved with me. Really want you guys to tell me your ideas, and just, yeah, come and show me your stuff. We've got Grounded 2 chat. I might start setting up one where you can just post your own pictures, because I've been locking it off, so I didn't want everyone just posting stuff I'd already posted. But yeah, we've got loads of stuff. I've got big plans. I'm going ham on Grounded. Like, I promise you guys, if you thought I made lots of content last time, double it, triple it. I'm literally making Grounded my thing. My poor main channel is gonna get no love whatsoever. got to find a way to balance to do some stuff for it. I think I'm going to just live stream on here games that I really want to play, and some older mature games that I really want to check out and stuff. But yeah, thanks a lot for all your ideas. It's been good. It's been got my mind going about video ideas as well. So I really appreciate it. And yeah, come join the official Discord as well. Really good chats in there, to be honest, as well. I've been enjoying just hanging out in there and just coming up with ideas and discussing back and forth whether or not things work and don't work. So yeah, good stuff, people. I'll see you later. Bye bye.